Continuing with the Anaphase. So in Anaphase, the centromere gets divided, and when the centromere gets divided, as well as the spindle fiber will start to get contracted, and due to the contraction or shortening of the spindle fiber, the two sister chromatids will be separated and will be started to pull towards the opposite poles. Meanwhile, the process of cytokinesis also starts, in which a furrow is formed in the cell membrane, okay, in the animal cell. So this is the pictorial depiction. You see that the centromere has divided and each sister chromatid is pulled towards the opposite poles. So chromosomes breaks at the centromere and sister chromatids moves to the opposite ends of the cell. So there is contraction of the spindle fiber and there is the division of the centromere. Then the last phase of mitotic karyokinesis is the telophase. In this phase, the two set of chromosomes reaches to the opposite poles of the cell. The two set of chromosome reaches to the opposite poles of the cells. Okay. Then spindle fiber will disappear, and then chromatids will start to get again thin and turns into chromatin fiber. Nuclear membrane and nucleolus will reappear, and the furrow started to form in the telophase will get deepen. Okay. So now we have to see is the cytokinesis, and there is the difference between the cytokinesis of animal cell and the cytokinesis of plant cell. In cytokinesis of animal cell, a furrow is formed in the periphery of the cell membrane, and this furrow moves in the centripetal direction or moves towards the center, and in this way the cytokinesis occurs. Whereas in case of plant cell, a cell plate is formed at the center of the cell and the formation of cell plate moves towards the periphery. Okay, so this is the basic difference of in cytokinesis of the plant cell and animal cell. Now we have to see the difference between the mitosis in plant cell and mitosis in animal cell. In case of mitosis or any cell division, centrioles are absent in plant cell, whereas centrioles are present in animal cell. You understood now that centrioles, how it is helping in the initiation and regulation of cell division. So, in spite of centrioles, plants have another structure, that is MTOC, microtubules organizing center. So, centrioles function will be performed by MTOC in case of plants. There is no asters in plants because there is no centriole, whereas the asters are present because what are the asters? These two rounded bodies are forming the centrioles and it is surrounded by the rays of microtubules known as asters. In case of plant cell, the cell division involves the formation of a cell plate. You have seen just now, whereas the cytoplasmic division is through the furrowing and the cleavage of cytoplasm. Then mitosis occurs only at the meristem. Meristem are the growing tips of the plants. So the mitosis will occur at the meristemic part of the plants, whereas the mitosis will be found in almost all the tissues of the animal body. Okay. Now we have to see the significance of mitosis. So mitosis helps in the growth, mitosis helps in the repair, mitosis helps in the replacement, mitosis helps in the asexual reproduction of the yeast, bacteria, and mitosis maintains the same number of chromosomes. Okay, how it helps in the growth? By increasing the number of cells. How it is helping in repair? By replacing the old and the dead cells. How it helps in the replacement? By forming the new cells and replacing the dead cells. And how it is helping in asexual reproduction? The yeast and the bacteria, the cell divides into two daughter cells. Then never ever get confused between the parent cell and the daughter cell. These two terms are wrong. We cannot say the parent cell and the daughter cell. Why? Because in cell division, from one cell, the two new cells are formed. So this cell is losing its identity and forming the two new cells. So is it happening? Can we say it as parent cell, that the parent cell loses its identity to form two daughter cells? Is it necessary that these two daughter cells will be feminine in nature? So it is not the appropriate term to be used, but still we use it because in the olden time conventionally it was used. So that is why still we use the parent cell and the daughter cell. Why it is not appropriate to say the parent cell? Because this cell is losing its identity, whereas nowhere we have seen that the parent loses its identity to form the two daughters, and it is not necessary that the two new cells is always feminine in nature. So this is all for today. Thank you everyone.